and then reading, and then questions after.
Start with purpose, right?
Right.
Okay. Compare it of expression and the speech aid. The aid of expression and speech. Do you know what happened in the speech aid and aid of expression in history? The past or history can be divided into several eras. Each period is different. For example, archaeologists research the extinction of dinosaurs and discovery of new continents. The diagnosis of all of these will create an era known as the Age of Exploration and the Age of Space. However, both eras are different and the space it has evolved. In the Age of Exploration, the most important event took place and has a distinctive origin. It was a period in world history that spanned from the 15th century to the 17th century. While Europeans set out to explore by the sea in a world beyond Europe on purpose to find new sales partners, and especially for the pursuit of products to meet the need of the market as needed. The products that were in high demand in Europe at that time were gold, silver, and space. The age of exploration was a time when Western Europe began to use the compass to determine and orient using new navigative method with new map and advance in astronomy. Furthermore, these advances help find new trade routes to Asia, avoiding obstacles if the use of the Mediterranean Sea was under the control of opposite power. The most important evolutions for maritime travel are two new types of ships designed by Portugal, the carrack and the caravel, which evolved from the design of arcs in the Middle Age. In the North Sea and Mediterranean Sea, it was utilized for navigation. It was the first of two ships to be safe enough to pass Atlantic wide, compared to its predecessor, which was used only in areas where wine were not as severe as my ocean voyage. The space is a encompassing the activity related to the space race, space exploration, space technology, and culture development influenced by this event beginning with the launch of Sputnik 1 in 1957 and continuing to represent. However, in the space age, despite navigation, astrophysics, and space science are using to explore and study outer space. Physical space study can be performed either by many spacecraft or by robot, while the age of expression still use only stars to guide and to observe crystals. Object also known as astronomy. It has been done for a long time as appeared in his historical record until the space age in the introduction of large-scale liquid fuel rocket began in the early 20th century, making physical space exploration more serious advance in space exploration and the result of cutting-edge scientific research as well as international cooperation for the future survival of my, mankind. At the same time, it created a military or strategic advantage over other countries. Sometimes there is criticism of the usefulness of space sport exploration, especially in terms of cost and safety. Both areas, however, are distinct, and the space age has progressed. The two periods were similar as well as educational, although there may be some difference. These two eras have evolved to the present day and very useful for everyone. In summary, each era for something different has evolved until now. It can be seen that any period will have different traits, such as the concept of trading and technological concept.
So, what is the main idea of your article?
Main idea uh, however, uh, however, in both era are different and split it and you
What are the both eras that you're comparing?
again please.
What are the two eras that you are comparing, sorry?
Uh, the of expression and speech.
Okay, they are different in what? Uh, and how they? Do you know what it means by evolved?
Yes, I know.
It means the same or change.
Uh, Shint.
Right. Now, what style did you use? Is it block style or point by point?
I think point by point.
How come? Remember, when we use point by point, you are making your body paragraph 1 as your controlling idea. And look here, your controlling ideas has evolved. Your topic is the two eras, the age of exploration and age of space. If you use this as your subject in your topic sentences for body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2, then you are supposed to be using block style. So I ask you again, what type of or what style of comparison contrast organization did you use?
Box side.
Very good. So if you said you're using point by point, there's supposed to be only one body paragraph, but here you use block style, explaining each topic uh, by using it as your topic sentence for your first body paragraph, age of exploration. Second body paragraph is the space age. Okay, so next, B, could you repeat this word, exploration?
Exploration
Very
is
good.
in
No, just that one.
it's
Um,
exploration.
how about the word obstacles?
Yeah.
Obstacles.
obstacles,
And then the word Atlantic winds, not winds. Okay, this one. Can I read it one more time?
Atlantic wine,
Winds.
winds, winds, yes, Atlantic winds,
Next, the word severe.
severe,
And then last, oh no, we still have one. What is this? Eras.
eras,
And then lastly, this one. Erased.
yeah, erase,
Erased.
erase,
Do you know what it means by erased?
yeah,
What is it?
um, how I show you, yeah, uh, it mean delete,
Right. Do you think this is the correct word for this? In summary, each erased was something different. Or
no,
should you say each erased?
um, in, I, Irish, yeah, teacher, I think I just
Eras,
have
right?
the, yes,
Hmm. Okay. Please fix this up. You edit them for your final submission before tomorrow because I will be checking already all the essays and no more revision to be allowed. Okay, so good job for this B. I hope you did really this. You really wrote this on your own. If you know that, because I saw in your previous the file that you sent me, there are few that were flagged. Kindly rename, maybe paraphrase them so that when I check them and try to search if there are plagiarized sentences, I will not give you mine. Okay?
okay,
Good job. Thank you very much for attending today.
teacher.
Okay, next in line, do we have here Miss Lita? Lita, are you
Yes,
there?
teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Start. Say your purpose and start reading.
โอ้ยตื่นเต้นว่ะ Okay, yeah. The topic is cities and suburbs cost of living. Life in the city with life in the suburbs may be very different. So, the area you should call home should match your desired, desired lifestyle. Here are some considerations to help you decide
Decide.
whether you want to decide whether you want to settle in the suburbs or become a city slicker. The cost of living the cost of the cost of living is generally greater in metropolis since the demand for common products and services is higher. However, depending on where you spend your money, the cost breakdown might differ between the city and suburbs. Suburb. Okay.
Suburb.
So it's critical. So it's critical to set a realistic budget before selecting where to reside. While rent or mortgage costs are lower in the suburbs. gasoline costs will climb owing to linear commutes. Living in the city reduces commuting costs but may boost spending on entertainment and food.
Mm-hmm.
The many lifestyle alternatives are one of the first things people ev- evaluate when deciding between in the city and the suburbs. Both have advantage and disadvantage, as and one you choose as an individual or as a family will be determined by your preference. Be closer in the you will be closer into entertainment, dining, and shopping. If you live in the city, you also have a shorter commute to work or assessment. This, however, comes 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 at a cost. Those experience and alternatives are not always inexpensive, and you may have to pay a premium to take advantage from them.
Of them.
Oh, of them. On the other hand, life on the other hand, life in the suburbs is quieter. While you might be able to find a closing that near downtown, these are costly and difficult to find. Living in a suburban near, neighborhood might offer you a great deal of peace, but you'll also have fewer options when it comes to eating out, shopping, and events. Living living in the suburbs may save your money while also providing more real estate space and possibly a safer environment. Living in a city, on the other hand, exposes your different cultures and entertainment, which are more easily accessible via public transit. Which location you would want to call home. Finally, finally, you must choose the one that is ideal for you and requirements. Everywhere has a cost of living, and you'll need to consider what matters most to you. Where you choose to live is a major contributor to who you are as a person.
Okay. Now, what's the
Thank
main
you.
idea of your article? Lita?
May there is everywhere have a cost.
Okay, where?
The cost of living is generally gentle. Where
Which lifestyle where did you write about?
the cost of living
In the
I read about cost in the city and suburbs.
Okay. So remember, what's your purpose? To compare what?
Um, to compare the cost of living in the city and in the suburbs.
Okay. What did you compare about in this too? You talk about
Cost
cost and how or bad, right? What word did you use there? Starts with letter A
advantage.
and
Advantage.
what's the other one?
Disadvantage.
Very good. So now
Is a like a is okay.
what? Okay, what style did you use?
Point by point.
Because
Because I think it's easy to understand.
okay, so I can see here your body paragraphs are like separate. So I'd like you to fix this up. You go first with your, let's say, okay, here. Actually, your introduction is incomplete, and your introduction should be included in here. So you get this one, the second body paragraph, you include it in your introduction, and you start your first body paragraph when you start your first about your advantages. Where is that? Cost of living. Okay. So you can start with, where did you start your advantages?
Uh,
Because it's not clear here. Where is that? Look at this. Life in the suburbs is quieter. Look, main topic is about cost of living. Am I right?
uh-huh.
So you're supposed to focus on how much does it cost to live in the suburbs. So do you
Hmm.
think this is related? Life in the suburbs is quieter. So I suggest you start with this. While you might be able to find a close-in suburb that's near downtown, these are costly and difficult to find. So you maybe change your topic sentence in this body paragraph. Maybe you can also say that life in the suburbs is cheaper, or if there are other synonyms of cheaper, the word cheaper, or more affordable. Okay? Do you understand, Lita? Okay, so you change this into a more related word about the cost of living. And for your first body paragraph, this one, I'd like you to include it here. Your first body paragraph should talk more about the living in the city cost. So you can start your first topic sentence here, the same here. Life in the city is costly. You can start with that sentence. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
This one, the cost of living general greater in metropolis. Maybe you can start your here. You can say the life in the city or life in the city is costly or is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Then this one, I repeat, you can start can connect it here. So this will make your second body paragraph followed by your conclusion. Okay. All right. Next, kindly repeat after me. This word desired.
Desire.
Very good. This one decide. Decide.
Decide.
And then suburb.
Decide.
Suburb.
Suburb.
Um,
Suburb.
this one's all right. And then realistic. Realistic.
Realist.
Realistic.
Realistic.
And then mortgage. Where's that? Anyway, mortgage.
Mortgage.
Do you know what it means by mortgage?
No, teacher.
It's somewhat related when we talk about houses. I
Mm.
cannot find it here. Mortgage. Where's that? Well, anyway, that talks about how the cost. Here. While rent or mortgage costs are lower in the suburbs, so this is like the cost of your house. Okay, next, the word determined. Determined.
Determine.
So this is not determined. Determined. And then next, providing. Providing.
Providing. Providing.
Mhm. Next, safer. Safer.
Safer.
Safer environment.
Safer.
So
Safer
that's not
environment.
safer. Okay. All right. Shablita, we'll give you more comments in the.
Well,
Yes. Oh wait. Format.
mortgage.
Yes.
Mortgage is like a pound, right?
Like a.
Pound,
Say it again.
right? Pound. PAWN.
P A. Pawn. Oh no. It's like
Oh, pawn.
pawn. Maybe when you talk about jewelries, but this when we say about houses. When you buy a house and you don't have enough money, you just pay a
Mm-hmm.
small amount and then you're gonna pay the rest for maybe for a few years.
กู้เหรอการกู้เหรอ
Mm.
borrow เหรอ teacher
Hmm? Because you don't have money. So you
okay,
can
thank
get the
you.
house. You can get the house, but you need to pay it every maybe month, year, like that. Different
Mm.
from rent because rent is like you don't own the house, but for mortgage, you own the house already. Okay.
Thank you, teacher. I
Um.
understand now.
Yeah. Kindly fix your format here. Justify. And then space, and then your capitalization. City, that's a noun, you need to capitalize that. Suburbs, that's a noun, capitalize. Cost, a noun. Living, that's a noun, please capitalize. And this one, kindly change this vs, we don't normally use this for formal writing. Maybe you can change this with life in the city compared to life in the suburb. instead of writing the S. Although this is an acceptable word, but we use this usually for titles and the try to write the full word versus VARSUS. And that is normally used when we
Okay.
talk about sports, when we actually describe team sports and we use versus. But when we talk about like life in the city, we usually use compared with or compared to. Okay. All right. So good job, Melita, for coming in and finishing your reading. Next, do we have Im? Are you in?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Sure. It's your turn now.
S- Start เลยเหรอดิเชอร์
Yes. Say your purpose and then
Okay.
read.
My purpose is to compare between vegan diet and ketogenic diet. Yes, so can can we be a vegan and follow a ketogenic diet? Yeah, this is my title. And there are numerous recipes, methods, and policies from which to pick. Although each person's technique and outcomes are different, each person's method and results are handy. The keto diet is for fat reduction, but the vegan diet is a 100% meat-free diet that is primarily vegetable based. However, a vegan diet also includes the intake of all animal products such as milk, eggs, and honey. Achieving nutritional ketosis while being a vegan is possible, but this style of eating will require a large amount of pre-planning. Veganism is a kind of vegetarianism that avoids all animal products. Vegans or avoid dairy products such as yogurt, milk, and cheese. They don't even consume honey product by bees. Vegetables, fruits, and grains are the only foods allowed in a vegan diet. One of the methods for losing weight that is popular right now is ketogenic weight loss, which can cause rapid weight loss. You can choose to eat a greater variety of foods than other methods of weight loss in this way. The ketogenic diet involves eating fat that come from purely natural sources. Use fat instead of carbohydrates and proteins for a continuous period in order for the body to adjust to the behavior of using nutrients as a source of energy. That is, use fat instead of carbohydrates and proteins. By eating ketogenic diet, people will focus on eating lean meats, reduce the amount of food that provides nutrients such as protein, carbohydrates, and sugars for in rice, wheat, corn, and other grains. So that is digestive system, remember, and requires the use of fat instead. Focus on green leafy vegetables as a source of energy. The keto diet is designed to help you lose weight. However, since the vegan diet is a completely meat-free, mostly vegetable-based diet, so it may seem like a vegan ketogenic diet is at odds with itself. Of all, one of the most common criticism of the keto diet is that it resembles a vegan diet. is highly limiting and sticking to it might be difficult. So we have got vegan and keto options. When you combine the two, you will have a diet that higher in fat, lower in carb, and free of animal products. A challenge that you may face if you are going to do keto while being a vegan is keeping your carbohydrates below 30 grams per day because by nature, these plant-based protein products contain 2 until 10 grams of carbs per serving. Following by eating following by eating well website. Yes, and but these products are also higher in dietary fiber, which has a reduced effect on blood glucose levels. This may give you a little more flexibility with the number of carbs you can eat while still maintaining ketosis, but this will require tracking to be sure. Therefore, you may be vegan and ketogenic at the same time by doing a variety of things. Plant foods with a lot of fat should be avoid. Sugary and starchy foods should be avoided too. And fam- familiarize yourself with the various plant protein sources. We don't advocate doing both because it's extremely restricted. If you want to try something new, however, the vegan ketogenic diet is a little more difficult than other diets. It is still essential for weight loss. You will see benefits soon if you combine it with exercise as a result. Don't go too far with weight loss. Be pleased with it and believe we are taking good care of our bodies. Be kind to yourself. Yes.
Okay. The main idea of your article.
Um, show, show how we can be vegan diet and doing ketogenic diet at the same time.
Okay, that was supposed to be written in your introduction because I cannot find it. Okay. Now, what's the style that you used?
Sorry,
Style of comparison and contrast organization did you use? Is it block style or point by point?
block style.
Okay, tell me why did you use block style?
Because also my opinion and yes,
What's the topic of your thesis statement? What are the two diets?
vegan diet and ketogenic diet.
Very good. And your control idea is?
Controlling ideas. What? Wait a minute. Why you say that?
Foods, right? How different it is when in terms of the intake. We've been talking about food. So you complete your introduction. You might you might have forgotten your thesis statement. You can write here your topic sentence, the difference between vegan diet and ketogenic diet in terms of food intake.
Huh?
Do you understand?
Yeah, no.
Where is your thesis statement in your introduction?
This is statement. Teacher. Uh, this one, the keto diet is for fat reduction, but the vegan diet is 100% meat-free diet.
Okay,
Right?
so you're supposed to compare the two, right?
Yes.
You already gave your topic sentence here.
Uh-huh.
You are supposed to write a thesis statement that would only tell about your topic and your opinion or your controlling idea. So you mention only the name of the two, so keto diet and vegan diet, right?
Wait. Yes.
And what's your idea about the two? It's different in terms of food.
Uh-huh.
So that is supposed to be in your thesis statement.
Um,
And this
but it,
one, however, a vegan diet also includes intake. This is already a supporting sentence. So this should not be in the introduction. And I noticed that one sentence was repeated here. Is this your final paper? Look
yes.
look at this.
However,
And then this one.
again,
What happened?
um, I translate from my language teacher.
So you remove one of this because these two sentences are the same.
Okay.
And here, of all, instead of saying of all, overall.
Okay. Overall.
Yes. And then here, mm, kindly remove the contractions, make it into a full word. Do not, it
Okay.
is, do not. Okay, let's move to your pronunciation. So when you've read this one, kindly repeat after me: numerous,
Numerous.
vegetable,
Veg. Sorry.
vegetable,
Vegetable.
vegetable based,
Vegetable base.
produced,
Reduce. Produce.
produced, yes, and then, oh, that's it, no more. Okay, so that's it for today. Um, One thing that I'd like to comment here is the how you started your body paragraph. You're supposed to. You said you write, or did you, or your type of style. Kindly put it here. You move
Okay.
this one and put. You said block style, right?
Yes.
Your first sentence here should talk about vegan. Am I right? Or keto? What vegan?
Uh,
Oh, it's mixed. No, so you used point by point, not block style.
point by point.
Look at this. If you said you used block style, your first body paragraph should talk only about keto diet. Your second body paragraph should only talk about vegan diet.
Oh.
But it seems like it's mixed. You talk both of them,
Oh.
right? So if
Yeah.
you're supposed to write one body graph if you're using point by point. Why? Remember your topic is the two diet, keto diet and vegan diet, and your controlling idea is about the food, fat reduction, or what's the purpose, vegetable based, or what's the source. So you're talking about food that there's only one controlling idea that therefore there should be only one body paragraph.
Oh.
In that body paragraph, it's correct. You actually mentioned two of these diet, keto and vegan. You compare them from one sentence to another. So please write here what it should be your type or your style. Is it block style or point by point?
I will find out later.
I repeat,
Maybe.
you are supposed to write one body paragraph. So this one should be here.
Oh. If it is it if it a block, right?
If
So I
it's a
have to.
if no, you don't need to change the whole this one, the body paragraph, because you already wrote it. So just change, you just add here point by point style because you are only writing one one idea, controlling idea, so you only have one body paragraph.
Uh,
But if you want to change this into block style, you should have two body paragraphs. The first body paragraph should be about keto, the second should be about the diet. It's
uh,
up to you. What do you want to change?
sh- sh-
And
Shing
this
oh,
one,
okay.
remove this is supposed to be in your supporting sentence.
Okay.
This last sentence, keto diet is fat reduction. You can use this if you want to use block style. You can use this as your topic sentence in your body paragraph,
Mm-hmm.
as long as your topic sentence here should only include keto diet and vegan diet compared or in terms of the food, where it comes from or what is it based from. Actually, your title is misleading. Can I be vegan and follow a ketogenic diet?
My purpose is first I compare between two of it what is that and second introduction I said
Introduction?
about how we can be both of them.
Mm. So you are supposed to, you're doing comparison and contrast. Let me check. You may be vegan and keto at the same time by doing a variety of things. So that was supposed to be topic sentence here. Am I right?
Yes, we have to mention it.
So you need to type in here either keto or either keto diet or vegan diet. You can what? Your your title here should end it in your top this statement, at least in general way. You don't mention immediately this one. So
Okay.
your thesis statement should give like a glimpse, of what's your
Yes.
answer in your title. And for your, you don't need to change this. This is okay already. Now, since you actually said that you're both giving the comparison and this maybe the similarities and differences. So let's say you are using point by point style. The first sentence or first body paragraph and the first sentence here should talk about the differences, like how different is the two. And then on your second body paragraph, how the similarities are. What are the similarities? You need only to change the first sentence. Do you get that?
Yes.
So therefore, your type of style is point by point. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good job. It's already time. We still have Packard and Perth, right? Okay, Packard, are you here?
Yes. Teacher,
And
can you turn my work again because I changed something?
okay, how about Perth? Are you here?
Yes.
And Mimi, are you
Excuse
here?
me, teacher. Uh, okay. I
Yes.
think you forgot me.
Wait. Mimi, Mimi, can you hear
Yes.
me? Oh, okay. So the three of you, please stay. The others, you may leave the class. Anyway, this will be recorded. You can get back to it. Okay, we'll start with first with Packard. Uh-uh. Packard.
Yes.
Okay, please start.
Teacher. Uh,
Did you send a new one? Oh, sure. Boom. Packard. Where? It's the same. Oh, is this one? Pakar, are you there?
Yes,
Oh, no, no, no. This is not. Where is that? Is this one
yes.
or this one? Okay,
Teacher, can I check below? Ah, okay, okay.
start.
Convenience about life in the city and out of the city. People are beginning to choose between living in and outside of cities. There are numerous changes, and as I can see, some people come to the city in search of work, while others live in search of quiet. So let me clarify the distinction between within and outside the city. Everyone is aware of how distinct each location is. Nonetheless, we must consider our own ones as much as possible. I have seen that most individuals come to the city to work since it's easy to get work. There's plenty of public transit and shopping is easy. It's simple. It is extremely pleasant in the city. However, this comes at the cost of daily traffic and living in a congested location. This is something that everyone must go through and adjust to. When discussing measures of convenience outside of the city, there will be a variety of considerations. Some people who do not possess a car may have to wait along for the bus, but it is quick to the lack of. The weather was pleasant and does not in the metropolitan to come, and cost the product is less expensive, making it easier to pick up and city indicator of successful progress. The people who play a responsibility growth and prosperity. I feel that now considering purchase males may have recognized that in a city full of commotion, traffic jams, pollution, and so on, but that has changed with today's lifestyle. The most popular neighborhood in the city it is particularly safe because it is a city with people who do not sleep. As a result, it is generally safer to live if you look outside. You will notice that technology isn't as it is in city, and living us who appreciate simplicity. You can go and get dressed large. Emphasis is on the resulting complexity and meaning. Individuals in the city, either one side of the city or people in the city, want to live in the city because various people have very requirements. city dwellers desire something more modern and pleasant. They could require us yes crowded car with a lot of trees to get around the city's heavy traffic. Out of towners, on the other hand, like to get around by driving their own automobiles to the mall or using the train. Teacher, I can see.
I know. See? You can see.
Yes.
Maybe you need to open your copy.
Okay. Finally, much like being outside of the city, there are advantages in the city. Both have a lot of diverse things to offer and different people see different. People always priorities this and if given the option choose what's comfortable and is a source of convenience well as the
I don't know if your reading was too choppy. Okay. Anyway, the main idea of your article. Paco,
yes
what's the main idea of your
um um is our place comfort first.
how
Mm,
comfort? I heard it correct. Can they say it again?
is my main idea is how each place comfort differs
Which place?
in city and out of the city.
Great. So you've compared the two against, you said here in your purpose, the convenience or how comfortable is it? Am I right?
Yes.
Now, what style did you use here to compare the two? Packard?
Yes, teacher.
What style did you use?
Um, point by point.
Okay, if you said point by point, what are your point of comparison?
Um, I compare about convenience and I talk about transportation
Mm-hmm. In
in
your
and out of city.
in your first body paragraph, what do you say there?
Uh,
Starts with letter L.
location,
Very
right?
good. How about your second body paragraph? Starts with letter T.
Second paragraph.
Mm-hmm. Body paragraph.
Uh, technology. Texture.
Good. And your third starts with letters C and M.
Complexity and meaning.
Great. Now, do you understand? You're using here point by point because you are using three comparisons: first, location, followed by technology, and the third, the complexity and meaning. And I was supposed to uh, be able to see it in your introduction, but I cannot. So, you used here distinction, but that's still okay. It would be still great if you mentioned the three, but maybe in other words. So maybe you can say distinctions like maybe place, where is it located, or maybe you can also say here how advanced it is, and other synonyms of complexity and meaning. So kindly add some in your introduction, Packard. You mentioned the three, your point of comparison. Do you understand?
Um, yes.
What is yes? What will you add? What did I tell you? It's this three: location, technology, and then the third, last. You need to at least put it here, include it in your thesis statement. But maybe you can use other words, okay? Next, for your format, what did I tell you about this? Do you need to put here a full stop in your title?
No.
So please remove that and check your capitalizations of the word, except only for preposition and conjunction. Do not capitalize them. And
Okay.
for your good job for using justify format, inlay that you need to change double spaced. Thank you very much. And then your number of words. Don't forget at the last.
Okay. Sure.
Job well done, Pakat. Okay, next,
Thank
Birth.
you.
Welcome. Birth, are you here?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Please start. Say your purpose and start reading.
True purpose, right?
Yes, what's the purpose of your article?
Okay. To compare and content to marketing campaign. When there is a party, the tasty chips are a must-have item. Pinker and Lee are actually two different snack food category. Pinker are potato chips made out of potato flakes, filler, and product, as opposed to Lay, which are a traditional chip made of sliced potato deep fried in oil. Do you know whether the majority of people prefer Lay or Pringle? Both goods are sold in at least 50 locations around Thailand. Lay's chips are manufactured from potato sauce and oil and contain no preservative. They come in a bag and tin and available in a variety of size and shape. Cutting half and out from a bag while keeping the pricing the same as equal account to a saving of about 21 cents per bag for Lay, with last roughly $1.7 billion in sales in 2017. Lay was the leading potato chip in the United States accounting for around 29.6% of the potato chip market. Potato chips are one of the retail snacking department subcategory. Potatoes are used to make them. Potato, salt, oil, wheat starch, rice flour, and a few common food add- additives are used to make pinker snack chip. Illuminator is it estimate that it generate than 1.1 billion in an amount sale in the United States alone. Pinker sale gain is a welcome relief for kangaroo with like many other big food business has been experiencing sale pressure recently. Despite the, despite the fact that both item and potato are potato chips, they come uh, they come in a variety of flavor. Lay chips are packaged in a bag, but Pinker chips are packaged in a canister. Every bag of Lay chips is different, however, Pinker chips are always the same. In comparison to Lay, Pinker chips include few additional ingredients outside potato, salt, and oil. Pinker chips are not oily, unlike Lay chips. Lay chips are just like potato that have been seasoned and baked into oil. They twist and turn in the hot fat. Brownie and caramel. There isn't single chip that look alike pinker. On the other hand, is anything but random. A customer seeking a variety of flavor due to cooking method will likely prefer one one seeking uni- unique flavor will prefer pinker the variety of cooking method offered by Levin. They have original kettle cook and bake option. Pinker on the other hand and a wide selection of variety that led don't know does know with some overlap. Do you know if Lay or Pinker are the most popular potato chip? Finally, Lay is always number one, no matter what. In 2017, Lay held a 29.6% market share of the macho potato chip band in the United States, with 1.7 billion dollar in sales, followed by Pinkers. In 2017, the leading potato chip band in the United States will have a low market share of 9.6%, but sales will be the second highest at 1.1 billion. I hope I can persuade you to eat more or less.
Okay. All right. Let's start with what's the main idea of your article?
Lay or finger better. Yes.
Which is better, Lace or Pringle? Pringles. Can you say that one more time?
Ah, fingers. Lay or
Okay,
finger is better.
what's the main idea of your article, Perth?
Uh, lay or finger is better. Like.
Okay, you asked here a question. Do you know whether majority of people prefer Lace or Pringles? This type of question is a very good example for hook. And when we say hook, it could be on the first sentence of your introduction. So why not use
Mm,
this one as your first sentence? This question. Okay?
okay.
And your thesis statement is missing. You said to me which is better, right? So you compare both. How did you compare them? What type of what style did you use?
Point.
Point by point. What's your point of comparison? Bert, it's already lunch. What's your point of comparison? In your first body paragraph, what did you compare here? Did you talk about similarities or differences? What is this first body paragraph all about?
Uh, uh,
Because I don't get this one. You mentioned about the sales and then you mentioned how they were packed. So what's your main purpose or what is this all about in the first body paragraph?
different. The teacher. The teacher. Okay, question again, please.
What is your body paragraph one all about?
Different. Sorry.
Different in
Lay and finger.
what is different?
Uh, in ingredient package.
What do they
Sorry.
use in lace? You said here lace nut chips are manufactured from potatoes, salt, and oil and contain no preservatives.
Oh,
And here, potatoes, salt, oil, white starch, rice flour, and a few common food additives are used in Pringles.
mm,
So, this first sentence, is this related? Did you write about the 50 locations?
mm,
No, right?
yes.
So remove this one. You change it to how they prepare or what are the ingredients. So your first sentence should talk about the ingredients. So you can start with lay or both goods have different ingredients or they differ in terms of ingredients. Do you understand?
Understand.
And you remove also the sales because we are not talking about sales, we're talking about the ingredients, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, this one, it talks about sales, so remove that. For your second body paragraph, what did you talk about here?
Packet.
Flavors, right? Correct. How they will
Oh,
package. So I'm not sure if we talk about flavors or the package. You choose. There will only be one. If you want to use both, then you separate into another body paragraph or third. So for your this summary, I get here that you mentioned about the sales, but then you are not actually focusing on sales. You are focusing on these products, how what are the ingredients, how they are packaged. So that's what's supposed to be here, right?
yes.
And then you said here I can persuade you to eat more or less. Maybe I'm a bit confused here. What do you want, less or more? So
Orange.
less, right? Maybe you want to say which product would you like to eat more and which product would you like to eat less. Am I right?
Mm,
No?
yes.
So try to change your sentence here to be clear because this one I hope I can persuade you to eat more or less. It means these are opposing words. So if I will read this, I will be confused. You need to mention the product. Okay, so let's move to your pronunciation. Kindly say the word categories.
Hmm?
Birth. Can you say this one?
Cat. Category. Category.
Categories.
Categories.
Next, the word
Categories.
available.
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 Available. Hmm.
Equate.
Equate. Equate.
Equate.
Equate.
Then the word annual. Annual. Where's that? This one.
Hmm?
Annual sales.
Annual.
Annual.
Annual. Hmm. Annual.
Annual. Unique.
Unique. Hmm.
Unique
Unique.
flavors.
Flavor.
Persuade.
Persuade. I
Persuade.
know. Persuade.
Okay, great. So we're done for today. I have changed those. And here, your title is a question, so please add a question mark. Except when, like I told Packard earlier, you are not supposed to put a full or period or full stop, but you are allowed to use question mark.
Okay.
And here, your grammar, which you're supposed to say, which is better, Lays or Pringles?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Berth, for attending for today. It's already 12:32.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, thank you as well. Mimi, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, so last time you've read about your article. What's the main idea of your article? Mimi,
Compare about Aesop and buttercream.
in terms of? Starts with letter
What?
T. You compared it in terms of what are the three? Can you tell me?
Three. Theme.
Themes. What else?
Again, teacher.
Themes. That's number
Theme.
one. Next,
Character.
characters
Style. Character.
and styles. Very good. Okay, so what style did you use?
Uh, style. Box style.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Right. How many body paragraphs did you write?
Two.
And the first one is about?
First one's about Aesop.
The second one is about?
Grimm story.
Right. Could you tell me the difference between the two in one sentence? What's different from Aesop
Um,
and Grimm?
different Grimm. Um, I think Aesop talks about um, moral
Great. How about Grimm?
and animal.
Animal.
Grimm, Grimm, I think magic.
About
Magic.
magic.
Yes.
Like what?
Elf
Mm-hmm. Turns to?
and animal that had turned into humans.
So it's unrealistic, right? It's not true. Okay. Thank you very much, Mimi. Can you repeat this word with me? Character.
Character.
Right.
Character.
Character. What is this? The realistic.
Um, realistic.
And I can't find that, but I hope it's here. Find it here. All right. Anyway, thank you very much for staying. And for your format, if this is double spaced, kindly check. If not, please edit them. And then you're here. This is supposed to be your name section. It should be here. Exchange this one. That's it. For your capitalization, please check them in your titles and indentation here. Okay, let's have lunch now,
Okay.
Mimi. Thank you very much and see you next meeting next month.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
teacher. Have a
Goodbye,
good day.
class. Have a